we are going to be looking into listen and analyze right now. So basically, as Naimul mentioned, the whole idea is that we are not strictly bound by one platform. This can be taken over any maybe Zoom meeting or maybe a lecture happening, a YouTube video, or maybe Netflix, whichever. What's going to happen is that it's going to pick up the audio, so we'll give transcriptions, and then we will be able to analyze the different conversations. So I'm going to start a general, but we do have some categories if we want to be specific. So I'll start listening. So we're going to stay quiet for a bit so that we can read the transcription for a minute and then talk more about what it can do.
Let me just ask, though, why did you try to kill that bill, and successfully so? That would have put thousands of additional agents and officers on the border.
First, let me respond as to the
Please.
rallies. She said people start leaving. People don't go to her rallies. There's no reason to go. And the people that do go, she's bussing them in and paying them to be there, and then showing them in a different light. So she can't talk about that. People don't leave my rallies. We have the biggest rallies, the most incredible rallies in the history of politics. That's because people want to take their country back. Our country is being lost. We're a failing nation. And it happened 3.5 years ago. And what's going on here, you're going to end up in World War III, just to go into another subject. What they have done to our country by allowing these millions and millions of people to come into our country, and look at what's happening to the towns all over the United States. And a lot of towns don't want to talk. It's not going to be Aurora or Springfield. A lot of towns don't want to talk about it because they're so embarrassed by it. In Springfield, they're eating the dogs, the people that came in. They're eating the cats. They're eating the pets of the people that live there. And this is what's happening in our country, and it's a shame. As far as rallies are concerned, as far as the reason they go is they like what I say. They want to bring our country back.
I'm going to pause here for a bit, but if the video keeps on going, of course, the transcription is going to keep on happening. I want to explain to you what our app is currently doing. So here we have a kind of like a short analysis that what is this conversation is about, and you can imagine that this is being a very big video, right? Could be 30 minutes, an hour, and so long. So in those cases, people might want a quick summary of what is going on, what were the key points, and here you will see that that is going on, right? What exactly in this scenario Trump said, and which points actually stood out. In the transcription, we do have diarization, so this is what our the moderator asked, and this was Trump's response, so it gives the speaker. And then we have this chat box. So what the chat box is basically doing is that based on the transcriptions or this context, we can ask him something. So we can say that, okay, what Trump said, is this true? For example, and then you said that no, the statement's attributed. So here we can do a more details chat, right? So we can have a conversation. Maybe we want to ask something specific about a particular topic he mentioned. But the key point here is that there has been a lot of points that has been made, and what we want to do is that we want to know that are these points are actually maybe truth, of course, is not always so obvious, but we can be a little bit more granular in what kind of analysis we want, right? So for example, we want to see that, okay, is this proper facts, right? So we can do a fact check. So now our AI agent is doing a fact analysis, and now it is doing this. So okay, so there are some key concerns about the false claims and so on and so forth. And about the eating the dogs and cats, it says that it's accuracy false because there was no credible reports and so on and so forth. And as you can see, based on his response, and we are doing our analysis itself, it's saying that some of them are unvariable, some of them are subjective, and so on, and some misleading. But again, this is just one. We can do a lot of different kinds of analysis. We can do an emotional analysis in this case, seeing that, okay, and as you can see, he was a little bit of angry, right? A very high intensity. And in this way, we can kind of deduct a little bit more on the conversation parts, right? When people are talking, there's a lot of emotion, and we want to make sure that those are also captured here. Finally, Naimul, do you have anything extra to add that I missed here?
Yeah, I think you can also talk about the voice control feature we have here.
Yes. So the voice control feature is actually a pro feature. I'm going to show it to you separately. But for now, let's. What I'm going to do is that I'm going to done listening. So what that happens is that we can do kind of keep doing reanalysis, or in this case, we can just complete our analysis. And once that is done, what happens is that we get this details of what went
Final
on,
analysis.
of our
Yeah.
final analysis. What was the context? What were the main topics, key points? Where was the notable moments, and so on and so forth. And we can be very,
Yeah.
very detailed in these cases. So yeah, so
So I can continue from here. So this feature, it's more like a general feature. So it can work on any conversation. Let's say we don't know the what type of conversation we are listening to. In that case, we can use it. But I mean, there is a special cases. For example, let's say for online class. Let's say if someone who I mean who's busy and he can't I mean continue his he can't listen to the teacher right now. Maybe he wants to go to the restroom. So what he can do, he can use that. I mean, he can
mhm,
select an option called class lecture, and in that in that special feature, the AI will listen to the conversation, and after that, it will give a final analysis. It will take notes, and also it will give a flashcard for the student to learn the
mhm,
materials. And there is another feature which is meeting. So the for meeting, I think you already know that there is a lot of meeting note taker, and the problem with those note takers are those are web based. So your information will be on the internet or in their server, which I think which is not ideal for a lot of company, and then and they don't usually use it for because of this reason. But here we have this note taking feature, and we can store all the analysis in our desktop. So
mhm,
that's a cool feature that we have. So this is I mean, in summary, the listen and analyze we have. The other two features, they work, they're working, but they're not perfect because we had been putting our time on listen and analyze for now. uh, but
mhm.
yeah, so there is
Yep.
another button you can see which is capture. So when you put capture, it will directly start, it will directly start the analysis as a
Mhm.
general. And Nila, can you do you want to talk about the, yeah,
Yes.
we have other setting. Yeah, you can talk
Yeah,
about the setting.
so we have settings. So, for example, if you want the font sizes to increase and decrease, of course, we want to give the user that option. And some of them here, we want to make it more transparent, less transparent. Again, to how to make it. Each user will have their own kind of preferences. We want to give them that option. And this is about the pro feature. So we have a voice command option. So basically, when people will be using our pro version, what they will be able to do is kind of like control this application hands free. So I'm going to give you a quick but short one. I'm not going to make it to the full thing, but basically here you will see that you have this, which is by default our voice command is sleeping, and we need a wake command to actually wake it up. And right now our voice command can do these, but these can be extended eventually. Control this application with voice, or control YouTube, or control Chrome. I will show you the Discourse and YouTube for now. So if I do start listening.
Want to make America great again. It's a very simple phrase, make America great again. She's destroying this country, and if she becomes president, this country.
Okay, just so that you hear my voice as well. So I'm gonna now use the wake command. So in this case, wake up. Okay, switch to analysis. Switch to chat. Go to transcriptions. Make the font sizes smaller. Increase the font size. Go to sleep. So now you see that all these controls, they don't have to go and manually do it. And again, the purpose is that it becomes completely hands-free. So now if I say switch to YouTube, play video,
doesn't have a chance of success.